Welcome to another edition of News Bites here on Daily World Television. My name is Kal Korff and I'm your host. Folks, we're going live out in the field to the beautiful city of Chandigarh, and with me is a very fine gentleman. He owns a restaurant called Bhatura King. I eat there very often, as you can tell. Wonderful food. I love Chana Bhatura. So, sir, please introduce yourself and tell us about your restaurant.
I am Sudheer Talwar. I am running this restaurant from the last 45 years.
45 years. Wow.
And I have worked quite hard to succeed and work for so long time at one place.
So what made you decide to open a restaurant, this kind of restaurant?
This is like a fast food. Like in America we have Burger King, here we have Bhatura King.
Very good one.
It's a concept where poor people can eat, middle class can eat. The rich people, they don't come to us because they are quite rich. They don't like small places to eat here.
Yeah, of course.
So this is for the middle class and the poor people. And I enjoy selling my food to these people.
Have you always been at Sector 17 here, or were you at another location?
No. When I arrived in Chandigarh, I was in the High Court in the canteen. We stopped that, we came to 17th sector in 72. And from that time, I am running this place.
Okay. Now, you've been to the United States of America,
Yes.
my home country.
That's right.
Without any script, unrehearsed, give us your honest opinion about what your experience was in America.
Yeah. When I landed in New York, it was like coming to heaven from hell. The place was so nice after my landing. But when I worked with my friends in Sizzlers, I didn't enjoy it because most of the stuff they are selling was beef. And in India, in North India, beef is not so commonly sold. It might be sold, but I'm not aware. So I worked and stayed with them for 2 months, and then I returned to my country.
Now, he's referring to Sizzler restaurant chain, where they're famous for their
Beef steak.
their cow steaks, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I'll have to be honest with you. As an American, although I prefer chicken, I miss beef. Now, it's not that I eat a lot of beef, but I don't want to go to jail. So I do miss it. But when I just came back from Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and I enjoyed going to a Burger King, having a real double Whopper with cheese, 2 huge patties of beef. I loved it. I loved it so much. I filmed it, sent it to my Indian friends. I do miss it because, in my opinion, just my opinion, doesn't mean I'm right. I think that laws should not be passed for religious reasons in a country that claims it's secular.
That's right.
And India is full of hypocrisy on that point. If it were a theocracy, it would be different, but it's a secular democracy. But yet, if I have beef in Punjab, I go to prison. So it makes no logical sense. So I missed it for years. Finally had it, even at McDonald's over there.
That's it.
And it was great. So you worked for Sizzler, and it made you unhappy because they were serving beef, or were there other issues?
I was not unhappy. But right from our birth, we are not used to see beef and cows being slaughtered.
Yeah.
And due to that environment, it was different for me.
Yeah.
So I have come from a country where we have never seen a cow being slaughtered.
Right.
And so I left that place. I was not against what they serve because I could eat chicken or fish or anything.
Yeah.
But I said when I'm working there, I can come and work in my restaurant and be happy because life is easy here in India.
Yeah.
Life was too fast in New York. I was working like a machine. But in India we work nicely, slowly, and we enjoy our living here.
So you found the pace in New York to be really fast.
That's right.
And how were the people in general, independent of Sizzler?
When I used to go out in the market, the white people, they were quite friendly. But sometimes the black people, they were also friendly. But sometimes they mislead you, because we are from India.
Yeah.
And when they come, they mislead you. But
Okay.
people enjoyed me, and I enjoyed their culture.
So did you were only on the East Coast in the United States?
Yes, in New York, and then next time I went, I was in New Jersey.
Okay. And how was it the second time you went?
Second time I took my wife along with me,
Okay.
and New Jersey is quite different from New York.
Of course, yeah.
And life is so slow, it's like Chandigarh.
Yes, yes, yes.
So,
So you enjoyed that better?
Yes, that's right. I enjoyed my life in New Jersey better than New York.
You know, I have to agree with you. I've been to New York, I've been to New Jersey. I didn't enjoy walking around in New York. Even though I had a beautiful Jewish girlfriend at the time, I just didn't enjoy walking in the big city.
That's right.
And what I noticed was you go up a block when you're walking, and then you come to a intersection, and then on the days I was there, it was so breezy that the wind would be really strong on the streets,
That's right.
but the buildings would shield you. Whereas in Summit, New Jersey, it was very green, homes with basements, very laid back, like you say, very quiet, nice fireflies in the evening, just beautiful. It was warm and humid, but just a lot of green everywhere. I don't like big cities unless I don't feel like I'm in a big city when I'm in a big city.
That's right.
Otherwise, I like nature. I like smaller cities like Chandigarh. You said you like New Jersey better than New York. What's your favorite memory that you experienced in the United States? Your favorite, if you have only one.
In New Jersey, life was very calm and good as
Yeah.
in Chandigarh.
Yeah, yeah,
And this is what we people like because we have been living in Chandigarh
yeah.
and we like peace and calm life.
Mm-hmm.
Though the Jews, they are not cooperative, they don't talk to anybody.
The Jews, where?
That's right. In New Jersey or
In New
anywhere.
Jersey, okay.
Anywhere.
Okay.
But otherwise people are very friendly and we used to mix with them, talk to them. And they used to ask us from which country we came and they were very friendly with us.
Okay, so you had talked to people who were African American,
That's right.
white boys,
White, that's right.
fellow Indians,
Sure.
and then you mentioned Jews, but you said the Jews were not very friendly.
No. They don't talk.
They don't talk. You know that I'm a Jew?
No, I'm
didn't
not
know
aware.
that?
I'm not aware.
Okay, well, I am. So, anyway. Okay, so you found this both true in New York and New Jersey, or was it only New Jersey?
Because New Jersey has a large population of Jews.
Yes,
In New York, we didn't see Jews, I think.
You'd have to go to that part of New York.
Might
to
be,
see-
might
yeah,
be.
Exactly.
That's right. Because we are working in Bronx and there only black and white people.
Okay.
We used to visit the restaurant.
Okay. Did you run into other people from the Middle East, like Arabs or Palestinians?
They might be coming to the restaurant, but we didn't have to talk because we used to work in the kitchen and where they serve salad there.
I understand.
We don't know which is from the Middle East or other part of the world.
Okay. Now I have to ask you this. Donald Trump is now the president of the United States.
Right?
What is your thought about Donald Trump being the president of the USA?
You know, every man have his own policy.
Yeah.
And before the elections, they have a manifesto.
Yeah.
And his main manifesto was about the illegal immigrants in America,
Right.
a wall between Mexico and America,
Yeah.
and to create jobs for the Americans.
That's true. That's true.
And this is the right thing he's doing. An illegal immigrant, he has no paper.
Yeah.
And you're not aware what he's doing. He's a criminal or a nice man or a good citizen.
Right. Right.
And this is what Donald Trump is doing. I think he's doing the right job.
I understand. You know, if you look at the media and the way they've treated the issue, they're full of hypocrisy.
That's right.
Because Barack Obama, the last year he was in office, deported 100,000 people. That's a lot of people.
That's right.
If Donald Trump deports 5, it's a scandal according to media. But where were these protesters when Obama deported 100,000? Nowhere. And now the media is feuding with Trump. Trump's feuding with the media. Any thoughts on that?
If you're a legal citizen
Yeah.
and you're going to America on right papers,
Yeah.
you have to see their policy and stay within their framework.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use your own laws and try to overstay.
Right.
You know, you're creating problems for them.
Yeah, what I find ridiculous is when the liberals and so-called progressives or the Democrats say, oh, these are not illegal, or these are not criminals. They're there illegally,
Yes.
which means they are criminals by dictionary definition. And as long as the dictionary says they're criminals, that's all that matters. So it's like they try to have it both ways. It's a mess. It's a mess because America's never had a decent
Policy.
immigration system.
That's right.
You know, we don't even know if someone's left the country or not.
That's right.
There's no automatic system. It is illegal for our police to say, let me see your papers.
No.
In other countries, police can come up to me and say, let me see your papers, and I have to show them.
Yes.
And I believe the police have a right to know whether you're here illegally.
right.
But during Obama's tenure in office, the court said no. That's racial profiling or something, and that's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. So we're on the same page.
That's right. That's right.
Now, is there anything else you want to share with the viewers who are going to watch this video?
Donald Trump is creating jobs for the Americans who are the citizens of America. The illegal immigrant, he is trying to create problems. He'll work at lower wages also.
Yes, yes.
Because at home country he might not be having a job.
Right.
But there, see, American gets $12 an hour. But an illegal immigrant can work for $6 an hour also.
Right, right.
Because he wants to get into America in legal or illegal way.
Right, exactly. I understand. Okay, thank you very much for joining us.